So I forgot to mention this in my last video on fathers. And I want to just discuss this because I do this all the time where I'm like, oh, I forgot to say this, I should have said this. Oh, how did I not think of this in the moment? Well, it happens to me all the time. And I don't go back and make videos. I don't go back and re-edit or redo a video. I don't do any of that. So I'm just going to add this on as another video and another topic. But I'm also going to be talking about fathers. So fathers, we'll go back and watch my video on fathers where I talk about the crucial role of a father, why it's so important for a father. But I didn't talk about the aspect of looking up to a father. I didn't dive in deep enough into that. And what society has done and what the rulers have done is take this father figure and take it into a dominating or a controlling aspect. Because when we look up to a father, we look at a father as someone who's going to take care of you, and as somebody that you should obey, and as somebody that is going to overall just be the overburdening wisdom bearer. This person knows everything. This person's going to take care of you. This person is you got to obey this person because he's in control. So in the past, we have governments and religion that know this. So we took, essentially at some point in time, a god, a deity in religion, in Christianity, and turned this deity into a father. And I've talked about this in my quick like 2-minute video called Teachers of Love. Go check it out, it's short and sweet. Where God went from being a deity in the Old Testament to a father in the New Testament. So now it's God our Father. Why have they strategically done this? To control you. Because that's the role of a father. Sorry about the shaky if you're watching this. I suggest you guys just listen to my videos because there isn't much else going on visually except for shaking and stuff. I can't do anything about it, so I apologize. It looks really funny. It's like, yeah, my head bobbing? You don't know. Alright, so religion has used this strategically to control a population. Religion will control a population based on the morals of the religion that is in control, which in this case, let's say Christianity. Christianity switched from being a deity, which you can't relate to a father in which you can. Now we have a relationship, and they have established that this God is now a father figure to you. Why is this important? Because it's a control aspect. The important role of a father should be your father. But they have taken that and said that your God is your father. So that is who you should obey first. Which, of course, this is brought to you by the first rulers. The first rulers in our known history, which, of course, we've had many more rulers and types of oligarchies and whatever before them. But religion, like paganism, Judaism, things like that sprouted up. And in our history, that's how we knew of control. That's how they controlled populations. And if you think to yourself that this isn't just a man in the clouds, that this is a father figure, you're going to obey that religion, right? Just like you should obey your father, right? And you look up to this father, and this father's full of wisdom. Now, the state has strategically adapted this philosophy as well. That if a person, a people, obey a father, and you say this is by a father, then they're taking care of you. And you should obey them. Right? So, the founding fathers are looked up to as such. How weird. How weird. I've never liked the term founding fathers. I've never really been like, oh, we should follow our founding fathers. That's just like saying, hey, we should just be governed by that principle. But at the same time, you're going to obey that principle because it's the founding fathers. It's the ones who have established the beginning of rule over you. And you should obey them. That's how easy the principle of fathers can be manipulated and can control you. So, as I've said in my last video, and what I said in one of my favorite videos I've ever done called Devaluing Men, I've established that replacing the actual father with the state can control you and can control every aspect of your life, because that is actually not the role of the government in nature, but the role of the man. And we need, as men, to step up to the plate and remove this from religion. Put religion where it is. That is a God. That is a deity. What you've learned from religion and the whole nine can be very useful. As I've said in the past in my videos about religion can be useful. The texts can be useful and can help you. But keep it as such. But if you want to make God a father figure, you're removing your obedience to your father. You're putting him second. And when you're doing this as the state and then creating your father figure second, that means the state has obedient, or you have to be obedient to the state first. And if you're a Christian and a state follower, a statist, well, what's going to happen? You're going to put your actual father third. This is how they're taking your father out of the equation. Your father is important. And the more power your father, your actual father has over you, the more control he has over you, the less that others are going to manipulate you. Because your father is a good figure. Even if your father is a drunk, it doesn't really matter. Your actual father is going to teach you more and to better yourself and be the words of wisdom over you and to better you and to care for you than the state ever would. That this deity ever would. Because your father is right here and right now, and he cares for you. And he has the genetics to take care of you, and he loves you. Even if he is that drunk, he loves you. And you can help him, help you, your mother, whatever the case is, no matter what your scenario is, put fathers back in the equation. Take it out of religion. Take it out of the state. Your father's your father. And what an important role that father is. So let him do his job. That's enough for this video. Like I said, I wanted this to be short. I didn't want this to be very long. This is just an add-on from the last video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I got thousands of different types of content if you're not familiar. So stay tuned. See you.